Hey you guys, I can't believe I'm actually like sitting down and talking about this. We seriously need Kingdom Hearts 4 news soon. But yeah, I was scrolling on Twitter today and I saw this account that posts Mickey pictures daily. I'll have their tweet link down below. But they posted this animation of Mickey's idle animation from KH4. And you might think, that's weird. Why would Mickey have an idle animation in KH4? Because he's not in any playable section, right? He's only in the fights. So the reasoning for that is actually 0.2 does have a playable section with Mickey. You guys don't know 0.2 was originally supposed to be the first part of KH4, kind of an intro to the game, teaching you how to play, but during development it broke off and became its own piece, kind of tied people over until KH3 came out. So, because they're in the same engine, it seems like 0.2's Mickey was just pulled over to KH4. And so that's where the idle animation came from. Now you've already seen the thumbnail, right? You might be confused by it, but the interesting thing is that this idle animation is what we see in the KH4 screenshot. So the person that actually pointed this out was Maxemldr. Hopefully I said that right. But I'll have their tweet also linked in the description below. But they show off that this is actually one of the frames of animation in the idle animation, which to me is really interesting because it shows that KH4 is using assets from KH3. And so they're not having to remake the KH4 engine from scratch, right? They're able to pull assets from KH3 to speed up development. Oh yeah, so it's not clear if this is like a placeholder. If it's not a placeholder, then this probably has to happen pretty early on in KH4. Since Mickey is in his KH3 clothes, I don't think they'll just keep that same design for 4, seeing as how there's a redesign for Sora and everyone else. More likely than not, I assume is a placeholder. So, not a huge video, I don't know, I was just so interested in this little tidbit that I wanted to share it. And obviously being an animation channel, or partly, you know, lately I've been making psychology videos, but seeing this just like really sparked my interest in animations. That's kind of where I started. I still have a deep love for that. I'm going to continue the KH2 data battles and also do the days combat breakdowns when I have the time. But I wanted to kind of just sit down and talk about this for just a second. Not a super long video, I know, but I need that news cycle. So obviously when KH4 news comes out, I'll be covering it. But while you're waiting on that, why don't you watch some psychology videos to tide you over? I've done a ton of character analysis videos on Sora, Riku, Roxas, you name it. Next one that's coming up is on the psychology of Ventus, so look forward to that, and I will see you in the next video.